Hey, it's me, MLB. This is chapter 13 of Why You, Why Me, titled A Way to End the Seizures. 3:30 p.m. came by, and you pushed open the doors of the cafe. Bakugou was there at the table that you had sat at before, and he gave you a small head nod and lounged back, draping his arm across the back of the chair beside him. You made your way over, a little nervously, and sat down opposite him. "So what did the specialist say?" he said, point blank. You laughed lightly. "No pleasantries?" He shrugged. "We definitely know each other well enough by now. Why? Why would we waste time with pleasantries?" Your heart leapt at the sentence. Okay, you replied with. "Well, the specialist said that it would just go away on its own." You looked down at your hands and fiddled with your fingers. Bakugou watched you, his eyes searching your face. Finally he spoke. "Is that exactly what the specialist said, or is that the conclusion you've come to?" He leaned forward on the table. "I want to know exactly what the specialist said." You looked down, keeping your head down low. Don't worry about it, Bakugou. It's really nothing. It's not a big deal." Okay, 1, I'm not worried about it. I just asked the question, I'm waiting for the answer. 2, does this disrupt your life? Yes, then it's a big deal. You kept your head down. Why is he being so forceful about this, you thought. "Now, you going to tell me what the specialist said?" he asked again, his voice low and commanding. You glanced up at him. "I don't really want to talk about it," you said bashfully. "You said in your text that there was a lot to cover, and now that you get here you don't want to talk," he said, frustration evident in his voice. "Fine, if you're going to be like that, I'll leave." He got up and walked to the door, but your hand on his arm stopped him. "Wait, Bakugou, please wait." You gripped his arm a little tighter, your head hanging down so that your fringe covered your eyes. He turned to face you and placed a finger under your chin to raise your head. You let him, but you kept your eyes averted. "Something's wrong," he said. "What's wrong?" "I'm embarrassed about what the specialist said to me," you stuttered. "He told me how I could fix the seizures." Bakugou's eyes widened, and he tilted his head slightly to catch your eye. You looked at him. "What is it? How can you fix it?" You swallowed thickly, your heart pounding in your chest. Bakugou waited, his brilliant crimson orbs piercing into your eyes, holding you captivated. You dared not move. "He said that if we kissed, it would stop." Bakugou didn't flinch. He stayed still, holding your chin, looking at you intently. Your face was flushed, heart beating wildly. "I can do that," he said lowly, his voice dropping, his eyes laced with an unknown emotion. "No, wait," you said suddenly, pulling your head away from him. I don't just want this to be any kiss. I've never kissed a guy before, so I don't want my first kiss to just be because you took pity on me. I want it to be a real kiss." Bakugou opened his mouth, then closed it again. He just looked at you for the longest time before turning and walking out silently. You let go of the breath that you had inadvertently been holding and let it out as a sigh. "What have I done now? Why is he mad? Why is there so much friction between us?" You dropped your head again and went back to your chair to grab your things before walking sullenly to the door. You trudged home, replaying what had just happened in your mind. Could I have said things differently? Should I have just let him kiss me? You got home and flopped into bed, falling asleep the minute that your head hit the pillow. You woke up with a start around 10 p.m. Your phone was ringing loudly by the bedside and you quickly grabbed it and answered it. "Hello?" you said, your voice a little raspy from sleep. "Did I wake you?" a male voice said from the other end. No, I was just having a nap, but it's all good." "What the hell are you doing napping at this late? You should be asleep at this time," the voice said. "Bakugou?" You finally asked, finally realizing who it was you were talking to. "Who else would it be?" he shot back. "What do you want?" you asked, ignoring his previous question. There was a brief moment of silence, and his voice came through the line. I know it's late, but could I see you now?" "Now?" you yelped. I'm outside your house," he said, slightly embarrassed. "What?" "Listen, just come out here, would you? I need to tell you something," he replied. He sounded anxious and nervous all at the same time. "Okay, I'll be out in a sec," you said, then hung up. You quickly threw a jumper on and crept out of your room to the front door. Everyone else was asleep. They must have only just gone to bed, you thought. Once outside, you quickly ran to the front gate. Bakugou was leaning up against the wall, just outside, and was waiting for you to appear. "Hey," you greeted him curiously. "Why are you here so late? Actually, can I apologise for today?" You started to say something, but then he grabbed you by the arm and yanked you towards him, spinning you around and pinning you against the wall, both hands either side of your head. The street lights were throwing just enough light to catch the light in his eyes, and you caught flashes of red every now and again as his gaze shifted across your face. "Listen to me now, okay?" he commanded, and you fell silent. "I'm not good with showing emotions," he said, hanging his head. "I didn't like the swapping bodies with you at first, but then it almost became natural." He shifted slightly and looked up at you, his face getting closer to yours. "Started to really like you." His voice dropped low, and his eyes flicked to your lips, then back up again, and you bit your lip. "I know you said you wanted your first kiss to be a real kiss." You nodded, and his face came a little closer to yours. You could feel his hot breath mingling with yours. Waha! Cliffhanger! There ends chapter 13. Stay tuned for chapter 14.